it's through a church event, and they did like a diagnosis and was telling me the problems, even before I even told them what my problems was, and I was suffering from severe allergies. And it was a very depressing situation. I also had problems with, like I said, asthma, allergies, and sometimes totally out of breath. So I decided to come here and try it, The first time, I said, okay, I'm gonna try to go through the whole process and see. And now, like 2 months later, I've been able to sleep, I've been able to breathe, and I'm just like, I'm over the moon with this, and I want to continue, I come every week and do my weekly adjustments, and I've noticed a big difference. So like I say, I can sleep. I don't have the allergies have really been, I haven't even been back to my allergist because it's been so good. And I just hope that this will continue, and this will be one of my best years since I've started coming here. And I would just like, anybody out there that having problems, just try it, because it has helped me. Thank you.
So what is health? The definition of health equals 100% function. So what controls function? Gray's Anatomy and other medical textbooks define that function is controlled by the nervous system. The nervous system is the master controller of every cell, every muscle, every tissue, every organ, and every function in your body. Visit your local chiropractor and get your nervous system checked.
Hey, New Leaf fam, as you guys know, we are a family referral-based clinic. What does that mean? That means that we see children and adults alike. A lot of the times I get the question, why the heck would a kid need chiropractic? Well, there are a million reasons why a kid needs chiropractic, but we're only going to discuss a few. It can begin as early as when the baby was in the womb due to biomechanical dysfunction on that mommy's pelvis. But we're not going to get into that today. My beautiful, lovely wife, Dr. Sherry, is certified in that, so she's going to make a follow-up video on that topic. Did you know that during that birthing process, you can actually exert anywhere between 60 to 90 pounds of pressure exerted onto that baby's head, neck, and delicate soft tissue? Taubman did a study that showed that it only takes 80 pounds of pressure, right, to cause spinal cord hematoma. 120 pounds of pressure can cause decapitation. Fast forward from there. How many kids, right, have fallen off their bikes, have fallen off of their beds, have got into a couple fights? If they're anything like I was growing up, I was accident prone. I was falling all the time, right? In a study done by the National Safety Council, the study had 536 kids in it. And it showed that over 50% of those 536 at some point in their life had fallen headfirst to the ground. How many of those things can cause subluxations to the spine, causing dysfunction? That's why it's so crucial to get your child checked, because we know that sick kids equal sick adults and healthy kids equal healthy adults. Okay, and that's our mission. Our mission is to start them off young so they can grow up healthy. Okay, and not only that, but in a study that was done, they showed that chiropractic care actually helps with improving sleeping, improving behavior, improving immune system function. It helped with all of that stuff, right? So it's crucial to get your child checked. So my recommendation for you parents is get your kid checked, go find your local chiropractor. I'm Dr. Richard Rosado. Love y'all. Hey New Leaf fam, as you guys know, I am very passionate about chiropractic and I love what I do. So I was very curious to see what it is that other people think that chiropractic is. Check this out. So the question is very simple. What is chiropractic?
What is chiropractic? Dime tú lo que es. Vaya, tú sabes, it's the science of the bones, right?
Okay, what is chiropractic?
I don't know too much about chiropractic. Like, to tell you the truth, like, I don't know, like, nothing about that.
Okay.
Help.
Okay, so the question basically is, what is chiropractic?
Chiropractic?
Yep.
Okay. So the question is very simple. What is chiropractic?
Healing the back, the spine, the practice of healing the body, through your joints, the massages, the bones. That's how I see it,
Chiropractic is a very active practice of medicine that I enjoy because I don't have to take medicine.
Simply put, guys, page 4 of Gray's Anatomy textbook states, the textbook, not the show, it states that the nervous system is the master controller of every function in your body. And your nervous system is made up of your brain, your spinal cord, and all the nerves that go out to your body. So any interference between that system, and you're going to have dysfunction and disease. What a chiropractor does is it locates, analyzes, and removes these interferences, which are called subluxations, so that you can function better. That's what we do, guys, simply put, and I love y'all, okay? Have a good one.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Sherry Rosado with New Leaf Chiropractic. As my amazing husband stated in the last video, I do work with a lot of pregnant moms in our office. You might be wondering, why do pregnant moms need chiropractic care? There are many reasons for this, but I'm going to speak about one main one today here, okay? One of the biggest reasons is that when your body is getting ready for that baby, it releases a hormone called relaxin. What relaxin does is exactly what the name implies. It relaxes the ligaments in the pelvis so the body can accommodate that growing baby. What happens, however, is that when your ligaments are lax like that, that can cause a lot of subluxations and misalignments in the pelvis. What chiropractic does is it corrects those misalignments and the subluxations, creating a much better environment for that baby to grow happy and healthy. If you want to find out more information, check out our website and also watch this video coming up next.
At 37 weeks, I went to my doctor and they found out that the baby was breached. So they immediately scheduled this thing called diversion, where I would have to go to the hospital, they'd have to manually try to flip the baby, and we tried to avoid it as much as possible. So we came to Dr. Sherry so she could work with the round ligament and the Webster technique, and she had 2 sessions, and they didn't think they were going to be able to do it, they didn't think we could make any promises, but I went to the doctor the next day, and the baby had flipped already, and they didn't have to do anything, and the diversion was totally avoided, and ever since then I've been coming back because I'm super looking forward to my labor being easier and more comfortable because of the Webster technique, not just Dr. Sherry. Yes.
It's very, very important to have your children checked under neurologically based chiropractic care because, first of all, the first traumatic experience a child experiences is the birth process. So we want to make sure that these bones, especially in this area, are intact and in alignment, not causing pressure to the nervous system. When we have pressure to the nervous system, and because those bones can misalign in about 264 different ways, we want to make sure that we don't have issues with chronic ear infections, colicky babies, torticollis, infantile reflux. All of these issues can stem from a vertebral subluxation. And then later on, they can manifest into other things. We have a saying that it's much easier to raise healthy children than to repair damaged adults. So be proactive and definitely have your children checked. And then for pregnant women, of course, whatever's good for mom is going to be good for baby in utero. Research shows that 60% decrease in labor pains and labor times.
Hey New Leaf fam, I have a confession to make. I am not an expensive painkiller. Neither is any other chiropractor. What do I mean by that? All right, let me give you an example. If I get this string and my finger and I wrap this string really, really tight over my finger, what's gonna start happening to my finger? It's gonna start turning red, it's gonna start turning blue, black. We're gonna have some serious issues if I don't fix that. But what happens if, then it's gonna start hurting, right? But what happens if I take a painkiller like a Tylenol or an Advil? Am I gonna feel the pain? No. What if I inject some cortisone in there? Am I gonna feel the pain? No. But that doesn't change the fact that there's a string cutting circulation off of my finger. So what should I do to fix this problem? Get the string off, correct the cause. That's the difference between a chiropractor, right, and an NSAID or a painkiller or whatever. Our goal, right, is to fix the cause of the problem. That's the difference between true correction and masking your symptom. Check out this video, guys.
2 hours into my shift, I would start feeling pain in my back. And by the end of my shift, I would be going into the bathroom nonstop just to take little breaks. And the pain was unbearable at that point. And now I'm about 2 months into my sessions, and the workload that I'm going through now is much, much more strenuous, and my back pains don't start until near the very end of my shift, and they are very mild. They never get to the point where I have to go and sit down. This place is amazing. You guys are already where you want this from me.
Hey New Leaf family, hope you're enjoying your Christmas vacation. I actually went to a business dinner a couple nights ago, and there was about 12 people that were sitting at my table, and for whatever reason, we started talking about high blood pressure. Obviously, it wasn't a very exciting dinner if that was the topic, right? But something that shocked me was that 8 out of the 12 people at that table actually suffered from high blood pressure and were taking medication for high blood pressure. And that was astonishing to me, 8 out of 12. So we started talking about chiropractic, we started talking about exercise and lifestyle, and you're probably wondering, why the heck is my chiropractor talking about high blood pressure? Well, there's actually several research articles on this topic, but I'm actually just going to reference one of them that was done at the University of Chicago by a medical doctor called Dr. George Bacris. And the study was actually a double-blind study, and it was 2 groups, right? The first group was actually given a placebo adjustment or a fake adjustment, right? The second group was actually given a specific scientific adjustment, and they tallied up the results, and it was very significant, okay? There was a drop on the people that received the real specific adjustments. There was a drop of 17 points in their blood pressure, okay? And not only that, but it lasted for up to 8 weeks. Okay, that's equivalent to 2 blood pressure medications. Okay, and how does that work? How does that even work? Well, there's several different models on this, but I'm going to give you the simplest to understand, the easiest to understand, which is basically that the upper cervical region, simply put, plays, specifically the brainstem, plays a major role in blood pressure, in respiration rate, in heart rate, right? So many different things. So if there's any dysfunction to that area, specifically due to the upper cervical bone, which is called the atlas, misaligning and putting pressure on that brainstem, there's going to be dysfunction to that area. Okay, how much dysfunction? Well, in other research articles, specifically one by Seth Sharpless, another one by B.L. Radovic, showed that the weight, right? So 5 to 10 millimeters of mercury, which is about the weight of a dime, which isn't weigh very much, can actually stop a nerve from functioning significantly. Okay, which that's huge. That right there is key in understanding how chiropractic may help with high blood pressure. So if you know anybody, which I'm sure you do, suffering from high blood pressure, do them a favor, refer them to your local chiropractor so that they can check their upper cervical spine. All right? You guys have a beautiful Merry Christmas and have a great break. Love y'all.
So about 2 months ago, Dr. Richard and Sherry Rosado came to my work and did a little presentation on what they do. I had suffered from very severe headaches to the point where I would start crying. I would come home and I would always complain. I'd have to carry Advil, migraine with me, and patches to help ease the pain. But now after starting my assessments and my readjustments here, I have seen and felt significant improvement. I can't remember the last time that I had to take my Advil. So thank you.
Sister Heather has been coming here and has been having her back improve, so I decided to come as well. And I was having a lot of lower back pain, and on the first try, he adjusted my coccyx and I have no more pain. I've gone to 6 different specialists. I've gone to 2 other chiropractors. I've gone to a spine specialist. I've gone to physical therapy. I've gone to, I even tried to have my gynecologist help me out and nothing was working. My hips are out of alignment, and so we've been doing a lot of coccyx work. And I don't know, but 2 weeks ago he adjusted me once and it held, and I have been pain-free for the last 2 weeks, and I couldn't be happier. And I get to be a better mom because of it, so thank you, doctor.
Relaxation is when 2 bones go together and start pinching your nerves and it makes your body stiff. Relaxation is when 2 bones push the nerves. Every is when 2 bones come together and makes your nerves move, and that's what makes you sick. And then that's what subsidies.
Pasé un día, tenía un dolor muy fuerte en el brazo, en el codo, no podía manejar, no dejé de buscar trabajo y de casualidad pasé, pregunté y ni bien entré me recibieron muy bien, me explicaron lo que hacían, cómo era el trabajo, escuché toda la visita. El primer día que volví, después de las placas y del examen que me hicieron, me explicaron lo que tenía en mi columna cervical. El primer día ya me sentí muy bien. Creo que estoy 3 semanas viniendo y es increíble. Ya estoy trabajando, estoy manejando yo sola, no tomo ninguna medicina y a todas mis amistades, mi mamá tuvo que viajar, pero cuando regrese viene para acá, entonces quiero agradecerles por todo lo que han hecho por mí. Muchas gracias.
All right, guys, so today's topic is going to be a little bit different. we're actually going to be talking about epigenetics because I'm inspired. I've been reading a lot on this topic. I've been reading books by Bruce Lipton, who's a PhD in research. He's actually one of the first individuals who was doing research on stem cells. And guys, what the research shows is so contradictory to what everybody else is telling us. Everyone is telling us that you are doomed to your genetics, that you're going to have that because it's genetic, that you're going to have this because it's genetic. Something amazing that the research is showing is that less than 1% of disease is genetic. The rest is environmental. One experiment, right, is that they took a bunch of families that had the same hereditary cancer, right? And they actually showed that some of these families who had adopted foster kids, the foster kids actually developed the same cancer. However, their genetic makeup is totally different. So that right there shows that it's not just heredity. Lifestyle plays a massive role, more than genetics. Genetics is the blueprint, but we can decide, right, what is expressed and what is not depending on how we live. It's so huge and it's so inspiring because it shows that you are not doomed. You have control over your health. You're in charge. And why I'm so excited as a chiropractor is because the human experience, everything from touch, sense, smell, the way you feel, is controlled by that nervous system. So a proper functioning nervous system is crucial. That these researches goes to show that. So please, do your research before you just blindly listen. Do your own research. Check out studies by Bruce Lipton and by several other researchers that are studying epigenetics. And take control of your health.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Sherry Rosado with New Leaf Chiropractic. As my amazing husband stated in the last video, I do work with a lot of pregnant moms in our office. You might be wondering, why do pregnant moms need chiropractic care? There are many reasons for this, but I'm going to speak about one main one today here, okay? One of the biggest reasons is that when your body is getting ready for that baby, it releases a hormone called relaxin. What relaxin does is exactly what the name implies. It relaxes the ligaments in the pelvis so the body can accommodate that growing baby. What happens, however, is that when your ligaments are lax like that, that can cause a lot of subluxations and misalignments in the pelvis. What chiropractic does is it corrects those misalignments and the subluxations, creating a much better environment for that baby to grow happy and healthy. If you want to find out more information, check out our website and also watch this video coming up next.
Correct. At 37 weeks, I went to my doctor and they found out that the baby was breached. So they immediately scheduled this thing called diversion where I would have to go to the hospital, they'd have to manually try to flip the baby, and we tried to avoid it as much as possible. So we came to Dr. Sherry so she could work with the round ligament and the Webster technique, and she had 2 sessions, and they didn't think they were going to be able to do it, and they wouldn't make any promises, but I went to the doctor the next day, and the baby had flipped already, and they didn't have to do anything, and the diversion was totally avoided, and ever since then I've been coming back because I'm super looking forward to my labor being easier and more comfortable because of the Webster technique, not just Dr. Sherry.
Yes.
Good morning, New Leaf family, and 'tis the season to be jolly, for the majority of us that is, because we have great family, we have great friends, we're going to spend time with them. But statistics show that this is actually the season of one of the highest depression rates. Why? Because this may also be the time that you feel the most alone. All right? And why the heck is your chiropractor talking about depression? Well, there's something that's called the brain reward cascade. It's an intricate process, and the end product of that process is something that makes us feel happy, something that makes us feel jolly, okay? Any interference to that brain reward cascade, and we're going to have deficiency at that end product, Okay? So the research has shown that there is limbic tissue in the dorsal column of our spine. So any tension, any torsion to that spine can cause interference to that brain reward cascade. Hence, less end product. Hence, less happiness, less jolliness for the holidays. Okay, so if you know anybody that seems extra down this season, do him a favor and refer him to your local chiropractor. Thanks, guys. This is Dr. Richard Rosado, and if you have any other questions, check out getnewleaf.com. Love you guys.
The staff here has been amazing since I started my treatment. I used to have a pain in my hip that went away within the first couple of weeks I visited. It was flaring up like almost every day, and now it hasn't flared up anymore after about a couple of weeks. So it's been exciting. I feel better, I look better, and everything's great. So I recommend chiropractic to anybody.
Hey guys, Dr. Richard Rosado with New Leaf Chiropractic, and today I'm going to go over a question that I get all the time, and this question is, once I go to a chiropractor, do I always have to go to a chiropractor? Like, I went to my last chiropractor and he said that I should be getting regular chiropractic checkups for the rest of my life. Is that crazy or what? So I usually answer with this. I say, can you believe that the CDC is recommending that we eat healthy for the rest of our lives? That some people are saying we should exercise for the rest of our lives? Are they crazy or what? I always bring up dentistry because for some reason people understand that it's normal to get a dental checkup on a regular basis pretty much forever, right? But when it comes to the most important system of the body, which is that nervous system, for some reason there's some confusion or misconception or incongruency. You know, that is the most important system. So yes, I do recommend that you get regular chiropractic checkups for the rest of your life. Hey New Leaf fam, so after my last video, I had a little link that said, if you have any questions, please email me. And let me tell you, the response was incredible. We received so many questions about chiropractic that we decided to do a little video blog answering these questions little by little. We can't do all of them today, but I have my lovely, beautiful wife, Dr. Sherry Rosado, here with you today. And we're going to answer 2 of these questions, and then we'll do a couple series of these, all right? So the first question that we received was actually from Lisa from Miami, Florida. Welcome, Lisa. We're also from Miami. The question is it okay to see a chiropractor if I'm pregnant? This is definitely a question for Dr. Sherry. I'm going to let her answer this.
So we definitely see a lot of pregnant moms in our office, and the answer to this question is absolutely. It's okay for everyone to get chiropractic care. Research has actually shown that pregnant moms that receive chiropractic care throughout their pregnancy have up to less labor times and complications, which is very, very important. Now, of course, adjusting methods are going to vary based on the patient's size, condition, and age. So we vary based on the pregnancy and each trimester, but it's very important to receive chiropractic care throughout pregnancy.
Awesome.
Thank you, Lisa.
Awesome. All right, so the second question that I got is actually from Marjorie And it says, my husband recently had back surgery and is beginning to have pain again. Can a person who has had back surgery see a chiropractor? Marjorie, this is an unfortunate fact. Over 50%, over half of the people who do receive some spinal surgery actually rediscover the original symptom within a couple of months or a couple of years. Obviously, the goal is always to try chiropractic care and natural methods before doing a spinal surgery. And definitely we can help prevent a repeated surgery. But what we don't do, for example, a spinal fusion, is we'll never adjust the segment where he had that spinal fusion. But what we do is make sure that the segment above and the segment below are moving properly and are healthy, so that we can avoid repeated surgeries. Obviously, every case is different. Every body is different. So again, I would actually recommend that you do go to a chiropractor and have him checked out at least to see if he's a candidate for care. So those are the two questions we're going to answer today. If you guys have any other questions, we're going to go in order. We've received several. Just send a message to us at newleafmiami@gmail.com, and we'll definitely go over them with you. Love you guys.
Relaxation is when two bones go together and start pinching your nerves and it makes your body stiffen. Relaxation is when two bones push the nerves. So every minute when two bones come together and makes your nerves move, and that's what makes you sick. And then that's what